This came in. This is basically a flexible tripod and a phone mount from Monoprice. So we're gonna take these out real quick and see how they work, if it helps me hold the phone a little bit better or whatnot. But we're gonna check that out. Okay, so starting off, we got this. If it ever focuses, because the light's low out here. Hey, focus. Yeah, there you go. So this is the Monoprice phone clip, and I can't really one-hand this right now, but basically that opens up. It's got two pads on the inside, and your phone grips to it. This was literally like 99 cents, something like that. So this is a pretty cool little piece of kit, and it's got the typical mount on the bottom of it. Okay, so this is, let's see if we can get in good light. This is the flexible pod here, so it is mostly like plastic and stuff. Let's get that into focus there. And it's got a mount on the top. These two ends come off, so you can take the base plate off and screw on whatever you need on there. Okay guys, so this is kind of like my new rig. I got a FlexPod mounted to a shelf right now. I'll probably try like different things, different locations and whatnot, but we'll just see how that goes. Alright, so first of all I want to say thanks to Disturb Medic for giving me a $25 donation here. And that's going to help me do content like this. So one of the things I need to do is get used to staring at the camera and not the screen. I don't know, I'm going to see if that makes any difference in post. But anyways, Disturb Medic, thanks man, appreciate it. Alright, I also want to give a shout out to a friend, Mike Crafty Hack. He has a birthday today, so happy birthday man. Really appreciate having you around. And he's also helped donate and swap hardware parts and other such things for me to help me build this up and whatnot. Okay, so one thing I want to talk about today is how social media affects YouTubers, content creators, and also media itself, like mainstream media and stuff like that. Now, this is not meant to be to bash any other one side, just to start a conversation. So here's the deal. I've been noticing this going on recently. You guys might remember a few weeks back, PewDiePie ended up getting slammed by Wall Street Journal and other things, calling him anti-Semite because he made a couple bad jokes. I honestly don't think the guy is like anti-Semite. Another thing that's happened recently is a week ago, Colin Moriarty, formerly of Kind of Funny Games or Kind of Funny, has now left, and we'll get into that in a minute. But he got hammered by a lot of women because on National Women's Day, where it's supposed to be, you don't go, if you're a woman, you're not supposed to go to work and sort of like a silent protest. You're not supposed to buy anything. And the idea is so people could see what the world would be like without women. It's a fair protest, and I'm not against it. Sometimes I feel like some people take it to the extreme too much and try to make things bigger than they actually are. And that's what I think happened here. He made an innocent joke. It was, finally, some peace and quiet. It's just a joke. That's all. That's the only way I can see it. It's the only thing it is. It's just a joke. So the fact that he went out there and said that, now all of a sudden, activists, feminists, whatever, everybody's lashing out at him. And then main media sites like Polygon are going after him. And it was an innocent joke. It was quite easily seen as an innocent joke. I don't see what the problem here was. And people today are so quick to get offended and so quick to pick a side. And that's kind of my problem with things recently. Not everybody's right, not everybody's wrong. I think everybody thinks there's a good and a bad side, and it just doesn't work that way in the real world. Okay, so anything is fixable as long as people are willing to have an open discussion, sometimes a debate if that's required, and the biggest thing is just forgiveness. People don't easily think of that. A lot of guys, I don't think forgiveness or admitting to one's own mistakes in a situation, or even girls for that instance, is kind of like a good feature. And I think for a lot of guys, it's like seen as like not a manly thing to do, which I think is quite frankly bullshit. I think the most manly thing to do is own up to your own mistakes, talk to people about it, and find a solution. But we're so quick to offend. People were so quick to make articles on these people, and so quick to try to destroy everything that they've built for years by going out there saying false things, saying that he was on certain shows because of the tweet, which had nothing to do with it. And he was actually on those shows and recorded those shows even before his tweet happened. And then in the midst of all this, with all the media pressure and everything, now they say that they're breaking apart because of different views. And if you're not aware, this week it came out that Colin is put in his resignation, one of the co-founders of the company, and is leaving. And Greg Miller, even when this whole thing happened, had put out a tweet saying, hey, we don't really see eye to eye on his tweet. We thought it was in poor taste, and basically backstepping everything that he did. He didn't take the tweet down. He didn't back down from it. And I have a lot of respect for the guy for that. And if you can't be yourself on the internet, you're just being a false something. I don't know what you are. You're a made up person, and that sucks. And I think it sucks that society wants to see people be something that they're not. It's just so everybody can feel accepted and welcome and whatnot. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to talk about things that are sometimes going to be controversial on this channel maybe, and you might not like it. You always have the ability down there to hit the thumbs down button. You always have the ability down there to unsubscribe, and that's just the way I'm going to keep it. Okay, so here's the way I kind of see it. I think the best way to handle any situation online is to talk to somebody the way that you would talk to them to their face. And that's pretty much the way. If it was National Women's Day and I made that joke, I think most of my friends would see it as just that, a joke. And I think this got taken too far. And I think the PewDiePie thing got taken too far. And I think things in my own personal life have been taken too far. And I'm just kind of sick of it. And I'm sick for sticking up and trying to understand and defend these people that have no interest in trying to work things out. To me, when Kind of Funny originally split off, Greg and Colin split off from IGN, the thing I liked about it was they could finally go out and expand beyond things like being editors in the PlayStation side. They could talk about other things. They could talk about movies and all these things that basically their company didn't want them to talk about. But I thought they could also get down to the nitty-gritty stuff about, women's equality in gaming and all that stuff that people seem to care about. And it didn't turn into what I thought it was. I wasn't really happy with Kind of Funny when they started. And some of the discussions that they were having just seemed to mirror what they already had over at IGN. So I didn't see the point for them to break off in any place at all. And the only shows I really enjoyed were shows like Colin's commentary show, whatever that was called, because it's been a while ago. I liked where Greg and Colin would sit down. Greg would ask him a question, and then they would talk over it. I thought that was insanely interesting, because the guy is actually really interesting in the way he presents things and thinks about things. And when that show got taken off the air, I kind of left, and I bounced back and forth every once in a while when they had an interesting guest or something on, or somebody that I liked. But other than that, I didn't really stick with it. And having him gone and found out that projects that he wanted to do in the company, ideas that he had that I might have been very interested in, and I thought would have brought actual value to me, to that platform, got pushed to the wayside because the other three felt like they were growing apart and didn't want to go in that direction. Now, I don't know exactly what they're talking about, what that means. Maybe I'm just putting things in my head. But the fact that you have a group of people that wants to do one thing and they can't do what their other friend, who's a little bit more diverse in his thinking, wants to do, I call that a problem. I call that a misunderstanding too. Okay, Colin, so I honestly wish you the best, man. I hope it seems like you're going in politics direction. I'm really eager to see what you do, what you say out there, because I find you actually really interesting. And I'll be honest with you, I think Kind of Funny is going to be missing something without you kind of shaking things up there. And if they're just going in another fluff direction with video games, trying to appease everybody, stay away from bad media, and essentially do the same reporting as everybody else. My feeling on that is, you've lost me. It seems like you just got into this. You didn't really want to shake up the industry. You other guys are Kind of Funny, Greg Miller and you guys. And I could be completely wrong. Maybe the direction was something else. But from the outside looking in, it seems like you guys now, you got rid of Colin because he's so controversial. And it's because you want to get along with everybody, play that game, get that growth up, and get money. And I have a problem with that. I have a big problem with that. As a viewer, what are you bringing me? And what you had before was Cullen. And now he's decided to leave. And everybody's going to wonder for a while why that was. So Cullen, guys at Kinda Funny, I honestly wish you the best of luck. And sometimes it's just hard to get along with people that think a little bit differently and whatnot. And hopefully what you can do is talk to people, come to an understanding. And I feel like with these guys, this is probably the best understanding that they could come to. So with that, guys, be nice to each other. Don't do anything or don't say anything to somebody that you wouldn't do to them in real life. Don't go around there. Just be a decent person. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. Until next time, guys. Cell here with, I don't even think I'm going to call this anything. I think this is going to be title of something underneath and just me ranting or talking about something. But anyways, feels good to be able to do it now, have the equipment. And once again, Disturbed Medic, thanks for the tripod. Once again, Crafty Hack, happy birthday. And guys, if you like this video, like it. If you dislike it, I honestly kind of feel like you guys are out there like the Emperor and I'm the Gladiator, and you guys could be like, get him. But hey, if it's what you want to do, I can't stop you. All right, guys, later.